What's up, guys? This is Ben with the Health Matrix. We're cutting through the matrix. We are escaping these psychological beliefs, propaganda, lies that have been told to us by society, everyone around us, that we're meant to be for so little that we're not meant to thrive and go for our dreams and make big things. And so in this video, I just want to make it very simple. They want you to be sick. The opposition wants you to be sick. Now, why is this? The opposition, first of all, is the big interests that profit off of your sickness. I'm talking about the pharmaceutical industry. I'm talking about the medical industry. There's a lot of innocent people involved with this quagmire, right? But there's a lot of people that make money when you're sick. And I've always said this, in a perfect world in the United States, if health was really where it should be, and not this monumental lie that we've been told, that somehow we're excelling towards this pinnacle of health when nothing could be further from the truth, and all you have to do is look around and read a little bit to find that out, then 95% of the medical industry would be gone. We wouldn't, most of these drugs would be gone. We wouldn't need them. Huge cathedral-like hospitals that cost billions of dollars, all this staff, a big chunk of them would be gone. And people think it's a bad thing that, oh my gosh, you want less hospitals? Yes, because if we have less hospitals, there's only two reasons why we would. One, they're short on funds and we're short on beds, right? And there's nowhere for people to be taken care of. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that if everyone's healthy, they're not going to the hospital all the time. They're only going for extreme emergencies, bone breaks, accidents, things like that. And they're not going all the time to nickel and dime the system with type 2 diabetes, obesity, autoimmune conditions, anxiety, and all these preventable diseases. There's a lot of people that just go to the hospital because they're dehydrated. It's absurd. And so from a bigger perspective, though, why do they want you to sick? The opposition wants you to be sick because you're easier to control. You're easier to profit off of. You're cattle. We are cattle of these people, right? You can either accept that or you can reject that. You don't have to be cattle. Most people enjoy being cattle. Most people have no idea what's going on. That's why I call it the Matrix. They're in the Matrix. They won't tell you they're in the Matrix, but their actions will prove that they are, right? Actions prove a lot more than words. So the opposition, again, these drug companies, I'm going to pinpoint the drug companies right away because they're the worst. Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Syngenta, these companies are blowing up. If you're in their stock portfolio, you're making tons of money. Their CEOs are making tons of money. Albert Bourla of Pfizer is making tons of money. The guy's a crook. He deserves to be in prison. Half these people deserve to be in prison. They should be indicted on crimes, but I'm not going to go there. What I'm going to say is they want you to be sick, but if you want to fight them, then don't be sick. Don't be sick all the time, and don't listen to their lies and propaganda. They say that you need drugs for everything. You need to manage your symptoms. No, you need to cure your diseases. You need to fix your diseases and truly regain health and wellness. How do you do that? You take control. When you leave it up to external circumstances, then the vultures will come in. They'll come in and they'll take your health and they'll take your pocketbook. And they'll leave you in the poorhouse, sick, depressed, lonely, isolated, not living the life that I feel like people deserve to live, which is one of being vibrant and being healthy. We are meant to be healthy. Now, again, there's things that happen. Accidents, broken bones, acute injuries, burns, infections, right? We need the system for that. But if you're constantly in a state of low vibration, low frequency, i.e. sickness, your body's responding to this low frequency by becoming sick internally, not externally because of other things, then you're more likely to be distracted and you're more likely to just be a financial siphon for these people. which is what they want. You go to the job you hate, you don't barely make enough to get by, you're anxious, you keep the job even though you hate it. You don't excel because you haven't learned to in school, which is another part of the matrix, a huge part, right? They don't teach you how to do anything. They teach you useless, frivolous information, make you feel smart, when really you're just completely clueless about the real world. And then you end up in the rat race, and so many people are there. I mean, I'm not, there's more statistics you can look at on this, but job satisfaction is extremely low. It's at like 80% of people like hate their jobs. They only do it for money. I mean, all you have to do is go to a place like Walmart to see that. You think the person's dreams in life are to be a Walmart cashier? No. They might lie to you about it, but no, it's not. But they have to do it because they need a paycheck. Because this world does run on money, unfortunately, and many of them have families and things that they have to take care of, or they're living outside of their means in a house that's too big that they can't afford, instead of downsizing. But the opposition wants you sick, and it's going to continue to do this until we are in a nation of slaves and zombies, which we are radically going into. Just go around, look outside, believe your lying eyes, and look at what I'm talking about. It's absurd. You go out, people are extremely overweight. They're sick, they're distracted, they're staring at their phones. None of it's useful. They're playing little stupid games. They're reading the news, believing the propaganda. I mean, I'm trying to focus on positivity at some point, guys, but we have to address these problems. You have to isolate the problem so you can solve it with prejudice. Okay? So they want you sick, and when you're sick, and I mean that mentally and physically, of course, then again, you're easier to control. What is, this, we're in a takeover. We're in like a socialist type of like communist, social communist type of takeover, globalist, whatever you want to call it. It's happening. The country that I live in and grew up in is rotting from the inside out. Not everyone, but a lot. Institutions, especially the medical institution, pharmaceutical institutions, getting larger and more powerful by the day. But it's a rot, and what you do is you attack the healthy people. You want to psychologically break people down before you take them over. It's like Sun Tzu Art of War, where if you can win a battle without ever firing a shot, you do so. It doesn't make any sense not to. You save yourself casualties, you save yourself money, you actually make money. You profit. They profit by keeping people in this condition. Now, the last thing I'll touch on is, of course, the propaganda of the Matrix is huge. You turn on the TV, they're telling you what to be worried about. It's stuff you can't control. It's usually lies. It's usually a bunch of bullshit. The world is getting hotter. We need to switch over to electric vehicles. Everything needs to be electric, fossil fuels. Oh, by the way, this drug, here we have a new drug here to manage your symptoms. It's not going to fix you, but it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And our health insurance costs are going to skyrocket. And you're still going to be fat, sick, and stupid. It's outrageous. So, guys, take control. Break out of the Matrix. You have to take control of everything. Go get books, right? Jocko Willink's book. What's it called? I can't remember Jocko's book, but it's like responsibility, total, extreme ownership. That's what it is. Extreme ownership of everything in your life. And that means looking at the bad things, looking at your demons, going inside, doing the work, and figuring out solutions. It's not easy. It's hard. You're going to have to go face to face with the problems that you've been running from. But you can solve them. You realize you have like infinite power. Like it's this Neo out of the Matrix. You can bust out. You don't have to be sick all the time. You don't have to constantly be taking drugs, medications, whether illegal or legal. You don't have to depend on these physical things, these addictions. There's a million addictions out there. You don't have to go for the dopamine hit. You can make your life worthwhile. When you do that, your anxiety goes away, because when you're in purpose, on purpose, you don't have these mental issues. Okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope this video helps one person out there. Get on a fitness plan, get your nutrition straight. That's where you can start. You can always start there, no matter how bad everything else is, right? Go do a workout, do a walk, go for a walk, go for a hike, get out in nature, turn off the propaganda, turn off the news. Don't worry about these stupid politicians, these idiots, these psychopaths, these lunatics running around. They don't care about you. You shouldn't care about them. Don't give them your energy. Go get some good food, do some meal prep, feel yourself get healthier, get on some nutrition products, supplementation. There's a million things you can do. And watch your health go through the roof. And that's it. Escape out of the matrix.